Here are the 10 of the most common eye tracking metrics. Number 1. Fixations and gaze points. Gaze points show what the eyes are looking at. Gaze point constitute the basic units of measure. One gaze point equals one raw sample captured by the eye tracker. Gaze points, definitely the most prominent metrics in the eye tracking literature. Gaze point constitute the basic units of measure. One gaze point equals one raw sample captured by the eye tracker. Fixations. If a gaze point is mentioned for a duration, it becomes a fixation, a period in which our eyes are locked towards a specific object. Number 2. Heat maps. Heat map is a visualization of fixation positions over time as an overlay on a specific stimulus. This can be aggregated to compare across groups or compared across participants. They can typically be displayed as a color gradient overlay on the present image or stimulus. The red, yellow, and green colors represent in descending order the amount of gaze points that were directed towards parts of the image. Number 3. Areas of interest, AOI. To concentrate the analysis on specific regions on the stimulus, an AOI can be defined. This is a region which can then be compared against other AOIs if desired. Number 4. Time to first fixation. The time to first fixation TTFF indicates the amount of time that it takes a respondent to look at a specific AOI from stimulus onset. This can be informative for assessing what is attended to in a visual scene. Number 5. Time spent. Quantifies the amount of time that respondents have spent looking at a particular AOI. In some cases, a relative increase in time spent on a certain part of an image could be associated with motivation and top-down attention, as respondents refrain from looking at other stimulus in visual periphery that could be equally interesting. Number 6. Ratio. Provides information about how many of your respondents actually guide their gaze towards a specific AOI. In market research, it might be relevant to optimize an advertisement so that more people are drawn towards a specific region in a picture or ad. Number 7. Fixation sequences. Based on both spatial and temporal information, when and where a participant looked, this allowed the picture to build up of what is prioritized by a participant when they see a visual scene. This will often begin in the middle of the image due to the central fixation bias, but the following fielded components will be representative of what is the most motivating to look at for the participant. Number 8. Revisit. The number of revisits provides information about how many times a participant returned their gaze to a particular spot, defined by an AOI. This allows the researcher to examine which areas repeatedly attracted to participants and which were seen, but were then moved on form. Number 9. First fixation duration. The first fixation duration provides data about how long that first fixation lasts for. This can be particularly variable when used alongside TTFF as an indicator of how much an aspect of the scene initially attracts attention. If a participant has a short TTFF and a long first fixation duration, the area is in all likelihood very eye-catching. Number 10. Average fixation duration. The average fixation duration tells you how long the average fixation lasts for. and can be determinant for either individuals or for groups. This can be helpful as a baselining measure in either case, but can also be interesting to look at a cross-stimulant.